So our latest episode in the Great Reset Chronicles comes to us all the way from the jolly old island of New Zealand and their Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern. Listen to what she says about dividing society. They ask her, they say, are you dividing society into two classes? Are you making a class of vaccinated people to be the upper class and then a lower class of unvaccinated people that don't have all the same rights as the upper class? Listen to what Jacinda said.
So you basically said this is going to be like, well, it's almost like, you probably don't see it like this, the two different classes of people. If you're vaccinated or if you're unvaccinated, you have all these rights. If you are vaccinated...
That is what it is, so yep.
Can you describe this? You were previously hoping not to have to do that, I guess, when we still looked like we could maintain elimination across the whole country. I guess that has now changed because...
I think it was less because necessarily of the elimination determining that, and more because we, of course, maintained, and actually we have managed very high vaccination rates, generally, without the use of certificates. But actually what it's become clear to me is that they're not just a tool to drive up vaccines. They're a tool for confidence. People who have been vaccinated will want to know that they're around other vaccinated people. They want to know that they're in a safe environment. It is a way that we can give confidence to those who are going back into hospitality or events. And so that is something that I think we should offer to people who have been vaccinated, that confidence that we're doing everything we can to keep them safe and that they can come back out and start enjoying those things safely.
She's laughing about it. She thinks it's hilarious. She thinks it's great. No, we don't have a pandemic of the unvaccinated. We've got a program against the unvaccinated. We have the demonization of the unvaccinated. Look, I said this before. I'm not against vaccines. I'm against medical tyranny. And Jacinda is laughing about it. She's laughing in your face. She knows what she's doing. She admits what she's doing. And it's not just her. You've got all sorts of politicians around the world doing this, especially predominantly in the West, by the way, predominantly in the West. But understand, it's not about health anymore. This is about control. This is about compliance. You will comply. You must comply. I talked about Gattaca. When I talked about Gattaca, you've got to go watch this movie. I actually said years ago, I saw the movie the first time, probably in the early 2000s, and it was out of theaters already, but Ethan Hawke, Uma Thurman, Jude Law's in it. And you've got to go watch it because it's about a future society. It's a sci-fi movie where the world is split into two classes. One is the Valids, who they've all gone through the eugenics program and they've got the proper good genes, right? And then you also have the invalids. And the invalids are also known as faith-born, right? Or children who are born naturally. And it's about two brothers, one of which who is upper class invalid, one of the other one who's invalid, right? I actually said once that I would never marry someone who didn't understand that movie. And on one of the very first dates I took my wife Tanya on, we went to go see another movie by Ethan Hawke. And Ethan Hawke, who's the main character in Gattaca, was in the audience. And that was all about drone strikes. But understand, the transhumanist agenda is seeking to supplant the natural, spiritual order of the world. Do not comply with them.
This is Charlie Kirk, founder and CEO of Turning Point USA. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Turning Point USA.